What's up, YouTube? This is Yugi Invasion. Today I got my brother here,
What's up?
my brother Danny. The topic we're gonna be discussing about is Six Samurais and the new OCG ban list, where Gateway came to two. Came to two, right?
I believe it's either 2 or it's at 3. I forget, but but it's no longer banned in the OCG.
um, so basically, why I have my brother Danny here is because he has been playing Six Samurais for how many years?
Pretty much when it came out, when Six Samurais came out, so it's been a few years.
It's a good amount of time. So basically, when Gateway was still out at one.
Yeah.
So basically, I prepared some questions.
All right.
Prepared some questions. So first question: if Gateway came to TCG at 2, what do you think it'll do for the deck?
I think it would give them a little bit more support in terms of being able to search faster, deck thin, and be able to pull off their usual combos. But as far as like it being able to keep up with the new meta as it is right now, I think if the deck is designed decently, or I shouldn't say decently, but good structurally, then it will be able to keep up with the new meta. But I don't think it would help it enough to really make a major impact in the TCG world right now.
So I think you basically just answered one of the other questions.
Oh.
But next question is would you run it at 1 or 2?
I would still keep it at 1, just because that's when it was legal in the TCG at 1. I mean, I played it at 1. It was fine. It worked.
Well, I mean, because you had to.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I had to, but the thing was, like it gave me. I mean, sure I had it, but I wasn't reliant on it to still win with the deck. Because, I mean, if you put it at 2, I have a feeling it may be cloggy in the deck. I mean, that's just how I feel. I mean, because it doesn't actually search itself. It just searches out other Six Samurai monsters. So yeah, you would deck in real fast if you have, if you manage to draw one of them, but that'd be about it. I mean, yeah, I mean, you could run it at 2 just for consistency issues, but I mean, 1 was fine back when it was, limited. So.
Okay. The third question I had prepared was, what kind of an impact do you think Six Samurais would bring to the competitive scene? And you basically answered it.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I do love the Six Samurai deck. It can still keep up with. I mean, it can't keep up with the new meta, but it can still take on the new meta. I mean, if I've had games with like Clifforts, I've had games with Shaddolls, a lot of games with Shaddolls, and it's about 50-50 with me and Shaddolls. I mean, you can't take it as it used to be played where it was a quote unquote autopilot deck. But I mean, now if you play more strategically, understand the deck you're versing, and play your cards right, you can still beat them through skill and strategy, instead of just trying to stun your opponents, or just trying to overpower them. So, but I mean that kind of goes with a lot of decks. I mean, again, yeah. I mean, not even just Six Samurais. I mean, any deck designed well, and if you have a good player playing the deck who understands the deck, all the combos, and they understand the deck that they're versing and know how to counteract their combos, then I mean, you can win with most decks. I mean, not every single deck is gonna be great, but I mean, it's worth a try. And that's the thing about Yu-Gi-Oh! It allows you to be creative if you don't want to play competitive. But I mean, it's hard to play creative against competitive.
So Shaddolls, you said you'd have like a 50-50 chance of beating or winning?
Yeah, depending on what cards you ran. I know that Iroh really helps get over their flip effects, but it doesn't really get over their. I don't think.
Engrave effect.
Yeah, because they are being sent to the grave via card effects, so they would still get their effect in the grave, I believe. But don't quote me on that. It's been a while since I've used that card. I haven't used that card against them in a while, so I don't know the ruling against that. But Six Samurais can tangle with Shaddolls depending on how you play it, and depending on it also depends on your opponent too, because not not every Shaddol player is gonna play the same format, same card, same variant. So it depends. I mean, as long as you understand like the basic combos, and then once you figure out what kind of cards they're playing, you just gotta understand how to counteract what they're gonna play.
And then, let's see. What would you say? Well, because right now everyone's saying that Burning Abyss is the top deck right now because Clifford's got, well, not Clifford's, Necro's got hit pretty badly by the ban list, but it's still functionable. So how would you think it would fare against Burning Abyss right now? Or if Gateway came into?
I haven't really versed Burning Abysses quite a bit. Mainly just versed Shaddolls and Necros and Cliffords, but I have versed them. But I have versed them once or twice, and for me they seem kind of slow. Burning Abyss does seem a little bit slower than Six Samurais, because Six Samurais was originally I believe it was originally an OTK deck, where Burning Abyss is a little bit slower playing style compared to Six Samurais, where they just spam and kill in one turn. Where Burning Abyss is kind of slowly play out everything. Of course, I could be wrong because, like I said, I've only played against them like a few times, but that's just how I see it. I think if Six Samurais, granted they have their a decent hand to make a play, then I think they could push around the Burning Abyss deck a little bit. But granted, if Burning Abyss has their way, then Six Samurais will struggle. And as I've been saying so far, I mean, it all comes down to the players. I mean, you could have a novice player play, both either deck and still lose, no matter how good the deck is. So it all comes down to whether the player is good and if they understand the deck.
So. Okay. So then, I guess the last question would be, do you think people will start playing the deck more, and why?
I don't think so. I mean, I think just previous Six Samurai players who really love the deck may jump back on it just to give it a try. I know when I was playing it at the time, like I did use Gateway, but I also used Pot of Averys to help recycle as well. But I mean, with the new Jar of Averys, I think that may help. But Jar of Averys is just a little bit slower than Pot of Averys, obviously. But I mean, I think people will still play it. I mean, it's people still get upset from losing to a Six Samurai player. So, I mean, especially if you're playing a really meta deck and Six Samurai player comes out of nowhere and kind of just comes in and wins. So it is frustrating. I mean, we do have people who are upset over Madolche players or just random old school decks that just come out of nowhere and beat you. I mean, that's just kind of how it is. I mean, you're not going to win every single one, but I mean, people are still going to try it. People are still going to see if they can push for a game. I mean, majority of the time when I play my Six Samurais with the new format right now, I kind of had adjusted a lot, but I can still kind of keep up. I mean, it's every single game is hard to play, but I can still keep up. Somewhat.
Okay. All right, so that's all that we have for this video. Let us know what you guys think will happen if Gateway came to 2 into TCG. If you like this video, feel free to hit that like button. And this is Yugi Invasion. Danny, signing out. We were running out of time. I was like, oh.
Yeah, man.